You realize most of the ladies that keep coming back for Oganamgamba, but how do you clean up? Yeah, I put my finger. Namgamba, stop it. You're just supposed to. The cleaning is like saws. You don't do any insertion. Someone can say you're having long nails. How do you clean up?
Yeah, right.
Because I'm not meant to insert. Being wet and having a baby olondeko chimu really. So we would suggest that there are these supplements that we have for women that can help your body to cope up. Then sometimes the more you use the method, the more your body can sustain it and get back to normal.
It gets back to normal.
Yeah.
So even
So even the pills, you use them for 1 month, you might not be at your best, but by the time you reach month number 3, the body has copied up.
Residence Jesus Makutusako Luseke Nyama Nyama Kola Sente Weyagala edition
Where each and pan your like I know what's up can pan your like Them going think we say
Kumina Satu Desema Kumi Bilabini Mwekano Kuyaya extra packing is pesi Okuingira Hami Tuala Bini Meza milioni bili So Kumina Bezore Kuloga Tukulawo Ebyo Kuyane Ebyo Kunyasawa Bileze Jiro Itandi Kokumuna Mameza Gotana Bayinde Abaluseke Nyama Nyama Kola Sente Weyagala edition Betedwa Musente Bileya Kasuku Live Niyaya extra
We are wine, we are wine
All right. Hi, lovelies. Welcome to Love Life. My name is Doreen Nasasiral. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and of course, commenting, sharing. To see Mark thanking our sponsors, Valo CMT, and then our medical, of course, and then Nebazana Mulangira Furniture, and not forgetting. Thank you.
Hey, ice
cream Zabad. Nobody's cold. Those are Asiana Juniors get this thing, but it's okay, just in case. You want more, eh?
Thank you. Saviet Wenga Bukekeleza.
Saviet Mukwano wera bidde. Bunga bukekeleza. All right. So nkomezaawo the beautiful. Tuli ku weekend sijja kwogera bingi. But she looks different. Whatever the cars. Bakwetudde bonna bano badoga babukekereza buubo. Akuweeredde ddala. But you look amazing.
Thank
Kakati.
you.
Festive plan chi. What's your plan? Ogerako mu kyalo, musigala mukola, bannansi musigala mukola. Simanyi, what's your plan? Oba tonamanya?
For the remaining time of the year,
Yeah.
I just have one project that I'm going to do. And I'm going to talk to the men about
What?
maternal health and seeking behavior. Most of them
Maternal
have
health and seeking behavior.
Yeah.
Maternal health, that is about ebyakuzaala kyemmanyi, right?
Yes.
Ku bakazi baabwe. Then seeking behavior kitegeeza kya. What do you mean?
First of all, abami bano, they are the ones who make the biggest decisions in most homes. So they are not informed. Ojja kujja omugambe musawo yangambye okuddayo mu ddwaliro ng'alaba tekyetaagisa. Ojja mugamba let's go for family planning ng'alaba maybe you're cheating. Nabo gye bali aboogera bwe batyo.
Wagenda family planning
Yeah, there is that myth. You're sleeping with other men.
Other men, that's why you want to go on family planning.
Kati okyofuna olubuto outside marriage. Never gyebiri. So we realized that these men, yes, they focused on making money and providing for the families. Naye tebamanyi bintu
bintu.
Tamanyi oba n'abaana babagema paka myaka emeka. Tamanyi oba kyetagisa n'okugema omwana.
Ye kasaakola ogugwe guli.
So we believe that when men get this information, abala balina questions in them, but balina unanswered questions.
But let me ask, why don't you talk to the men? One of the questions chibagenda okubuuza is bagabagabira these days ebintu babigonzaamu. A woman alina okulinda even 6 months after kubanga obagamba banange babatulumya bagamba omwezi gumu omukazi abazzeewo aba bulungi baba beekoza ng'oli alina mindset eyo bagamba these days mbu ebintu babigonzaamu. I don't know what they mean by babigonzaamu.
Actually,
oba it's just a mindset of men. Oli nagamba zakakati waliwo eyakubira ne kumpewo nagamba zakati nze nninda emyezi omukaaga already nakatambuzako gumunendaba it's too much. Of course bamuvuma kumpewo sikyo bambaliddamu okuba essimu eyo naye bamuga oli musiru. Do you know the pain we go through? What is wrong with you waiting for 2 months or 3 months? Can't you just put it in your head? But when he was being honest, he was honest. So some of them still get confused. Does it depend on someone's body? Because my body is different from yours. Nizo kwanga ze maybe netaga 6 months. Waliwo olinga ye taga. Oba yekakabwe kasi. Mbuna atya musajja bati bala bakaza bakapa sakala musajja wange munaka.
musina ddawo tandaba.
You know?
But chobola bakati wano n'okwogera nabo. We want to encourage them to come along. When the husband is there in labor ward, even postnatal visits says or immunizations, ebuza imu nembibuza together. And usually when we assess the mother, nga maze okuzaala nga tukebelako wansi n'omubuuza ebibuuzo byonna ebyo. When a man hears the midwife saying that ateledde asobola otandika nti oba tukyabulayo ebbanga, maybe he will believe it n'agumiikiriza. But usually omukazi amugamba sinatereera omusawo yaŋŋambye nga ye alaba olimba tekisoboka.
Thank you.
But currently nga bwe bagambye nti babigonzaamu okay of today wabanga azadde bulungi natafuna wuzi ezo nnyingi ngasinze bulungi 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Nga ekyageza abalimba 3 months nga azadde bulungi abaali.
3 weeks, but we emphasize that it depends on the person, her comfort, but medically 3 weeks, but her psychologist sinzira how she's feeling and what she wants. Otherwise 3 weeks are okay. Cesarean section 6 weeks are okay. Yes. Yeah. But of course not vigorous sex. Yeah. To be gentle.
Be gentle.
6 weeks no.
Especially when they always say they don't know how to prepare women. Be gentle. They don't know how to prepare women. But they don't know how to prepare. I don't have the time. Balimba. So then why don't you, as you're talking to them, are you going to talk about vasectomy? Or that is something that's, in my mind, because that's another form of family planning for men, right? Currently,
muri child advocate, namugamba nawe balufuneko kye bakola.
Yes. Kubanga bayitako kuninegana. Kono muzabakyala zo zaagaana. Nazira bako kubala never use them katinga basajja bagamba nze abafirika basajja be basinga n'okubiremesa nga bagamba bw'oteekayo it's uncomfortable omukazi abeera uncomfortable mbona abakazi amu ne beekwasa bibeera uncomfortable okay fine then nempulirako bagenda kweta family planning y'abasajja kino nakiwulirako last year I don't know simanyi byakoma saagitegeera gye bali bagala okuleeta kati vasectomy. Don't put it up, it's reversible. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, there are 2 types.
There are 2 types.
Yeah, it is reversible, it is irreversible.
Waliwo permanent.
That is the most common.
Okay. Yeah, that's why most men bajitia. Okay, nkutegedde.
Nga lwaki baba bagita nga gwe omukyala wakere kyanozaala abaana bana nomanya nti omaze lwaki nabo tebakkiriza nti nfunyeyo 10 bamala kale ng'omaze DNA.
To be sure tufuna kubaana
vasectomy nga toyinaako.
Munange waliwo I think yabawa this kind of like omanyi babatekamu fear and misconception. Some men be like, wait, kakati when nafuna vasectomy will I be performing the way I've been performing? Is there, isn't that cut too big? Is it permanent? Then others say, can I vasectomy? What doctor nagambo, like when it comes to the climax bit, normally when they are climaxing, bagira mpewo.
Wow.
How true it is. Okay. Simple, but you know, then others, but yeah, it seems Gundichi, my energy is gonna be affected, my performance. So there was that fear. So
now that sex for I think both actually for both men and women,
yes,
it's psychological. Starts with the mind.
Yeah.
Kati woba okoze vasectomy n'otandika okubanga gwe olowooza you're no longer as good as you are. Maybe you can start performing badly. Kitandikidde mu bwongo bwo. Yes, but then it's not true. The erection happens fully. Remember, an erection is all about blood supply, nothing else. So blood supply is still happening, meaning you'll have a full erection. And then about MPO, you know, we cannot see sperms. What we see is semen.
Yeah.
So these men still have semen, but it has no sperms.
Oh, so that's what happens.
Yeah, that's why a man can do it. Najo akana sirika and be with you for 5 years.
We're not gonna know whether we are pregnant. Oh, but yeah.
Because you used to see semen, so you cannot even relate that a man did vasectomy. You cannot know. Only he knows.
And I used to hear those stories way back then about what? I'm like, but how selfish can you be? Why didn't you show your woman? By the way, I'm getting a vasectomy.
It's a back collected for turns. But
again, I want to talk about this family planning issues, yeah? Waliwo munange binalinda bawo ku social media nga bagaba mbona abasajja b'ennaku zino. Wakasatu genda nti nomumaze okwebaka mwenna. Abasinga bajja ne batambula ne contraceptives. Ajja ne kapiruke. Baabuyiga batya. The moment, tibakyayagala bino. No, I mean, myself days, they don't allow. They don't believe. So after the act, akukwata n'akakoba bwati. Oyina okukamira ng'akulaba. To be sure. Naye ate ekiri funny. Waliwo era scenario yabaddewo in the same breath ng'oli agamba. Nange waliwo eyabimpa n'enkola ki? N'enkamira awo by force naye ate era ndi single mother. Badde bayibukolerawo. Remember, it's emergency pill, remember? That's only way I probably. So I don't know what happened, but still, we ended up getting pregnant. So some people still get that bit of like, we still get, others say, I think those things don't work. We still get pregnant. Then, these days, the fact that they move with those pills. Wow.
If we are to talk about sexual intercourse and results of unprotected sex, today we are focusing on pregnancy and HIV, which is so true.
Yeah.
But do people know about the HPV, the one that causes cervical cancer?
HPV virus.
Yes, the human papilloma virus.
And is it true that it's the men who actually carry it?
Yes, they carry it to us. The ones who bring it from one person to another. Kakati, can we, as women, as we get into this festive season, I know, but we have results. This Singapore just HIV and pregnancy, and by the way, cervical cancer is worse, and it comes later. Maybe ngawakakana oli mchala ofuse mchala wa maka you're above 55 years, and then it manifests. But maybe you got this virus when you're 25. So can we think about really bigger things that happen? Then naturally, by the time a man tells you minapirwe nongankula, when you were talking and you were going to meet up, as a woman, I believe you knew that we're going to have unprotected sex, and there's a probability that I'm going to conceive.
Sure.
How about you having the pill yourself? How about you being on family planning? How about you suggesting a condom? Then what if for you believe maybe kubakati such a man, I believe takiri zani I got an injector plan. Again, awakana.
Ajawakana.
So let those men respect women's rights, really.
Mugambe
That's
kondo
not
bagana.
right.
Guys, your body.
Yeah, so let's normalize having these discussions
Yeah.
before the actual sex.
So chegeza that virus batandika gikebera ku myaka emeka?
Okugema, tugema virgins. So according to
Virgins?
I'm going to say why, but according to the Ministry of Health, according to the Ministry of Health, we immunize 9 years to 11. So we believe they are not active sexually. But then, if you know very well that you are sexually active, you screen. So as long as you've ever had sex or you're currently having sex, we screen.
You screen.
The moment you're negative, we give you the
vaccine.
Yeah.
So if you've never had sex before, then that's when you can be able to get that injection.
But maybe you can be going with your mom and then and for you very well no as she can scream there and then and at least but then we encourage that screening. At least when you're 45 years, you can do it every 2 years. Yeah, because we believe
when you're 45 years and above, every 2 years. So below 45, you can do every after how long? 5 years?
You can screen and get the vaccine.
Let me try to do it.
Process tell you what's the disease in the later years.
Yeah. And how much is that? Is the check? Is the thing that whole checkup? I'll try it out.
It depends. I cannot state, but of course, inquiries in all hospitals are free. So wherever you want to do it from, you can just inquire.
So this thing of like those people who take emergency pills and they still get pregnant. What do you think is the issue? Waliwo balinga bonga baga muno bo wawirako babanze family planning tezinkolako. Ezo pills tezinkolako like I'm very fertile. I don't know.
It's actually very bad that those that have gotten negative results are louder than those that have gotten positive results. It hurts.
But that's what happens in life. Whenever marriages, negative things are the ones that actually scream.
They make more noise. So this is even discouraging people, but these things work.
Yeah.
So you'll find out that those cases are like 2 out of 10. Because they've made the loudest noise. We shall not stop encouraging these pills because they work.
Yeah.
So, cycle you get to know your cycle.
The cycle.
And then I'll still emphasize that the ovulation day does not differ.
You talked about it.
Because this phase has 2. It has that time before ovulation and after.
Ovulation.
So the after ovulation differs with all of us. I can take 3 weeks. I can take 4 weeks. But this period from period to ovulation does not. So
that one remains constant.
Yeah, the moment you see your pills, trust me, you can calculate your ovulation.
Yeah. You can. Then you get to know when to use the pill and when not to use.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we are in this holiday makers of Amani for them. Get to Banyumiza, Bati and Buto, I know. But it's very sad. No emergency pill administered every day. Like you, Katinga midwife, like what are those like dangers? For them to think Charlie Mucho. Instead of taking the other normal pills of every day.
Talking of young girls who are sexually active.
Yes.
I would want to say this to the young girls out there. When we say young, through the government rules, we mean 18
and above.
Your system is underdeveloped. Your pelvis is underdeveloped. I mean, amagumba. Okay, yes, you can have this baby. We've seen the news where you find a 13-year-old having a baby. It's true, but I'm a risky mother. So please, when you're below 18, sex is there, paka. You can
control yourself.
Yeah, and then the way you make your decisions as a teenager is not the same way I make my decisions at my age. So please, you can keep it at that. No lindako. And then the other thing is, we talked of those viruses,
Yeah,
HIV and HPV.
Jesus
Their
hepatitis B.
contraction is higher because of their membranes. Skin yako, like, trust me, they are just young girls. Yeah, so it's very easy. The secretions are not as much as someone after puberty.
Yeah.
So you can easily contract these viruses. So, but okay, with that advice, now let's get back to your question. Into the dangers.
Yeah, these young girls every
Yeah.
day yalowooza mugamba you
I had a friend who used to sell pills like at hostel.
emergency pills.
Yeah, kale nga ye kyakola mu business. Not in a medical school, but the
Kitegeera.
normal universities.
Kitegeera.
Naye nga abaana bakakima every weekend the same face. Yagamba paka kati yeewunya, but God has been graceful to these people. They are doing well. Yeah, but it has its own effects.
Yes, nange
Side
kimanyi
effects.
bakyogera.
It alters your hormones. They get so disorganized.
True.
Yeah.
Naye nga chances z'okufuna embuto ziba zikyaliyo.
Scientifically, teziba nyingi. Yeah, but with God's grace, people
Eh, by the way,
thrive.
nanga
Yeah, people
bagira.
thrive. But there is a reason as why it's called an emergency pill.
True.
You cannot. Yes, you can have your emergency money, but you don't use it every day because you said it's emergency money.
Emergency money.
So if this is an emergency pill, you cannot be taking an emergency pill
You have
like
to
you
take it.
planned. Kangendeyo ku Saturday nkamiro regular. That's no longer an emergency.
Noddayo era n'okusala ddeeri. Ii, naye bannange.
So these were pills that were organized for like maybe rape, maybe like those things. Maybe I've gotten family planning, nete naba kukola, because in the first few days they kola.
Yeah.
So nakola, then they be like, take a pill as we wait
Yeah.
for the family planning to be effective.
I saw you advertise something like backup pill. Very interesting. Nakimanyi nani kutabanyizaako. So, I want to understand that thing of backup pill. Is it the same as the way you see an emergency, like in terms of usage? Do you use it also like one of those days? Gachize over for it, it's okay. One of those days every month, no ready, no pushing. I don't know.
The backup pill is like, it's an emergency pill.
Yes.
Meant for emergencies. Like,
Hey, it's also like an emergency pill. Hey.
so it is the other pills that I was still advertising, one called Well Plan. Now these are daily pills.
Okay, so so got those ones, and I think you've heard of those misconceptions. Anyway, I don't know. I think like one is their bodies still. They say up to now the issue of dryness. So Well Plan nayo over for it. It's more natural. When you first go and they first check your body, I hear that they have to first check and see if it suits your body or hormones, whatever, for you to use it. Because if some of us might get a mu dwairo, ngenda mu clinic nga zibadde musaba mpe pill eyokumira every day.
Yeah, waliwo abagenda n'agula n'amira nga tebamukebedde.
Nga
Ne waba abasooka okugenda ewa doctor ne bamukebera. But the best thing is to see a medical personnel. It can be a doctor, it can be a gynecologist, it can be a midwife, as long as it's a medical personnel. And then you're explained to all types, so that by the time you choose Owabulijjo, now you've heard what everything does, side effects, and the mechanism. Yeah, or they do the blood test to see how are your hormones. And sometimes when we're asking these questions, we get to know hormone eno yeri wansi eno yeri waggulu. Kati pill jengendo muwa hormones ki oba mulimu zonna bbiri oba mulimu egendo zikiza endala, stuff like that. Then for it, the Well Plan pills, they are daily pills that you take on a daily, and the concentration in each pill is okay for daily use, unlike the backup emergency pill. Yeah, the concentration is high, meant for emergencies, so you cannot be taking it every day. Every week you can't.
So about the dryness situation, what happens? Is someone's body? Why do they always talk about
the dryness?
No, I don't know why that. Okay, some women say it's true. It causes dryness, no matter the family. I don't think it's all
it's
family planning methods. I don't think so.
hormonal family planning methods indirectly cause it.
The ones that are hormonal,
Yes.
indirectly cause it because
Yeah.
they've altered the hormones.
Mhm.
Chogamba,
There is a hormone responsible for libido, a hormone responsible for the weightness. So what if this hormonal method you got was putting down that hormone? So it can. But then you don't just give up because being wet and having a baby olondeko chimu really. So we would suggest that there are these supplements that we have for women that can help your body to cope up. Then sometimes the more you use the method, the more your body can sustain it and get back to normal.
It gets back to normal.
Yeah.
So even
So even the pills, you use them for 1 month, you might not be at your best, but by the time you reach month number 3, the body has copied up.
So it's exactly these people that give up so easily. Just 1 month, you're getting nausea,
Yeah.
you're getting some weird appetite, and you give up easily. Maybe you've
actually,
patient at all.
All these family planning methods. So it's not a must, but most times it's all as you start. But you keep doing it, and the body really gets better.
So these girls who come at you, go midwife, you see a young girl as a kuzala no lubuto. What do you do? Do you talk to them? Do you get confused? No kamneka na akana. Kwa mbuyo ba. Abamu ndoza just ndoza muni ba wilo busuna katikati mkwe. Ukacho kusima wakeze kwebamba. Kwa batugamba bukale ndoza tifabezi. Pobera bazadde chikunyiza ndoza muni noga.
Yeah.
Na kunyiza then it comes off as if it's rude. Kumbe bambi in your head you're like, really? Shoka surprisingly tewali na muliko. Tobambo bambu musajja zeewo bambu.
Ngazeka.
Mbwabamu ba family zasemanyo bajja ne mukwano gwe family bwala wola manoga aleka.
Azene chali iwe ne family temanyi nako.
Waliwo n'ebyo.
Kati I think ekituyambako okusoma about these things nti kutegeera muntu nga bwazze. Kyekintu ekisooka because you can see one walaba alina all the money nenga azadde ku 40 n'ogamba she had the money ng'aluddewo
okuzaala.
That is omuntu omutegeera nga bwali. So usually ono omwana wabazze nga for example she's 14 years or 16 years be it 18 ogenda okwogera naye nga there are things she didn't know.
Wow.
Waliwo abaana gwogera naye nagamba musawo mukwano gwange ku ssomero yaŋŋamba bwe mira panado 3 sigenda kola ki funa lubuto. Yeah, nosanga omulala nagamba nze baŋŋamba bw'omira panado 6 bw'omira flagyl osimanya mmeka. So there are those myths bambi bano abaana bato ze balina.
Nange ddala waliwo yanimbako nti by the way bw'olina okukakola omungi tebijja
ate okiraba
oba gasi bwe bufulumya. Nele cha panado nakiwulirako true.
Yeah, ate panado kiri too much.
N'amanda simanyi wali tuwulidde ku kugira amanda gano n'omira ku makya bagakola batu I don't know.
You know, so it's not true. Then what? Okay, bingi. So you talk to this little girl ng'ajja kulaga nti she took an initiative byagaana bugaana. Naye nga initiative gye yatwala yali nfu. So before you judge this little girl, trust me, maybe. Then there's another girl who said, the man said if you had sex when you are standing, they would just pour out. Which wasn't true. So bambi tebamanyi omusaka ngera yali takyagala nga yagezaako then omwana omusanga omusajja yangamba bw'ati yannimba so that empowerment maybe yamugamba ajja muterawo business bwamusajja bintu bingi nnyo.
Olwo nagamba nti after the sex situation immediately you go and squat. You squat for like 2 minutes, you won't get pregnant.
Oh my goodness.
Okubira nagamba tekisoboka. Kisoboka. Mbona ending up bumping yeah,
so it's usually that bad. Baba n'ensonga ezo usually the school yoli waba kugamba nti yali tasoma nagamba kati nkole ki nga yalaba tekyakyadde kiddako mu bulamu okujjako okuzaala.
Kikane gwazaalidde addusi.
Yeah. But mostly the myths is common with the myths. So we try going to schools and we talk to those in adolescence and all that. Puberty. We talk to them too. Oyologala akwandikidde akapapula n'akakuweereza nga the question owulire ennaku naye nga akulaga yandikikoze.
Era nkubuuza ko bakimanyi babeera amateeka
Kati tosobola kajjigira bambi oyogera naye so that omulundi oguddako talufuna. Oba noyogera naye how if she can abstain, because there are those nga gwe gwabadde gusoose she was so green and she's not interested to have it again. Then wabawo omulala nga you just need to tell her about methods, the true methods that can prevent her from conceiving.
Bana abazaalala basirusira abavubuka abasajja balimba buno obwana nti waliwo sex positions nga you won't get pregnant. Bambi nakone kalowooza bituufu.
Ate nno wandiregambye nti nga balimba waliwo abalowooza bituufu. That's why we want to engage these men, because we are talking to the girls, but omusajja wajjanga he has a phone to give the little girl ate n'amugamba ebimits
nti tofaayo position tekisoboka tosobola kufuna.
Mugambe gye bali nga ye bw'alowooza paka kati nga ye amanyi.
Lwalo n'oli akugamba nti withdraw tosafuna. Tosobola kufuna lubuto.
A withdraw has low percentages.
No, people. I think it's not for the weak. Abasajja bagamba mbusibyangola bagamba waliwo oli agamaze eri kafulu.
Anti kati nayo yeefula kafulu. Let's talk about that first ejaculation yeeyo. When they are getting lubricated as they start, they don't know that sometimes sperms escape without their consent.
But they don't know.
Yeah, not the actual coming, but at the starting minutes how they can escape. Kati oli naye fula mbuye kafulu. Kumbe remember we just need a few to have a baby. We don't need the whole thing.
Yeah, then yena kugamba no, but I withdrew. No mugamba nti kati I'm pregnant. Kati kisoboka. Nako kakamba olujja muno gasijja lujjamu. End of God 9 months omwana amufana. Withdraw method. Anange era nze newunya bayita Mr. Why waliwo bayita Mr. Withdraw. Naye amanyi wakabi nze withdraw kisoboka buno aba yategedde dda awulira naba yenadduka ngamba mukwano. That's why I'm praying banange you also sensitize them on that.
Yeah, want to start approaching the men.
Yes. Namu abafumbo nga you're telling your wife nti no, don't go into family planning withdraw method ejakola you rather use condoms. In my mind zote bazaagala. What do you think of these scented condoms?
The what?
The scented condoms. Is it the
reason? Is it namakawo?
That's why bambaga maziba bawunya bambaga maziba infections over bekwasa.
Scented. Wow.
Like chocolate.
Chocolate. Flavor. So
flavor. Vanilla. To spice up the whole thing. But some people say those flavors relate to infections. I don't know how true that is. Then abalala bagamba those they still bring anyway. As a lubrication, but then they say they still get dry. You know, it doesn't mean that you won't get dry, even though there is flavor, bichi. Chiriwari. And then others they say, they say, well, actually they contribute to the bad odor. You know, a woman gets from down there. I don't know how true that is still. So simani.
So the flavors to cause a bad smell.
Can they?
I thought they cause a good smell. So
I don't know. Simani. Because men up to now, I think we're midwife. Bagamba.
Tokunyanga tekuva ku condom. Yawunye after or before?
I think I'm a midwife.
The flavor was there to make the smell better. I tell you, it's smelling bad.
But do you ever get those cases where a woman comes, you know, I know that moment is critical. Overcutting, you're going to check them that they are hygienically not well.
There is a myth that is going on, or that goes on in some women's minds, mostly towards labor. Yeah, but
why?
It's a myth. You can bathe even in Ngabitanse no Kuluma. You can go take a shower. You know. So
why do they say that?
It's a myth. I don't know. Oli nagamba nti kati yamugambye not to shower until she's done delivering. So najanga awonya si bulungi.
I know.
But then ekirala, the smell is usually related to infection. So any woman out there, the moment you smell, actually, the moment you notice that smell, you're not supposed to notice it that much. Yeah, it's supposed to be like as if it's absent.
Yeah.
So the moment it's noticed, there are many types of smells that I can't name, but the moment you notice it, you're not supposed to notice it. You're not supposed to just be there and smell yourself. It means something is not right. Yeah, just go for a checkup. You're not supposed to have a loud smell.
Yeah, it's supposed to be there actually, but they are not loud.
Yeah.
Then let's talk about hygiene. This thing that people still debate on, like inserting a finger. Do you advise it as a midwife, like inserting a finger to clean that area? Others say don't insert a finger. Use soap. Don't use soap. I don't know, like, but if you're going to use soap, don't use the scented one. Then I think you've seen the V-wash situation. For Navi wash or Navi, I don't know. Like, what do you think about that whole thing? Like, just
we don't recommend any. We don't. We recommend water. Mazzi gatukula.
I got it plain.
Agavulija gatukula gonna, you know. So for those that don't use showers, ngokosa bath or bucket.
Yeah.
The first thing you do in the bathroom is to wash your genitals before you start using soap changwe, because that soap gets soap. That water gets soapy. So you're supposed to start with your genitalia so that it's pure, clean water. So we don't advise into scented over non-scented over, you know, ditto what no. But for these other things that are on market, I cannot depend about all of them.
Yeah.
But notice the pH. Is it the right one? pH, and then the content. They explain it their way. So if you're buying it, make sure you don't just go into a pharmacy and you just buy.
And then inserting a finger?
For the insertion, no, it's not advised.
Even though you've washed your hand, your finger, your nails well, and
it's not advised at all. At all. Really? All our inside parts clean up themselves. Wow. For us, we just clean the outside.
But then I think there after the monthly periods, it's okay to do the steaming. That's okay. Or still there, you're still skeptical about
For the steaming, it depends on what you're using. And still, I'll emphasize still with the pH. So that heat you're sitting on, isn't it going to spoil that pH? Or if you're out here, you're altering the acidity, that thing has its own environment that is so natural.
Yeah, I was told. Yeah.
So with whatever you're doing, you have to just be keen and you changing it. And also it has the natural organisms that keep it protected from infections. So if you're only put a ganjula, you're just killing all the you're just making sure.
But there's good and bad bacteria.
Yeah. So the bad bacteria we usually get antibiotics or the medicine being given by the doctor to remove them. So at the moment you're doing well, fine, and then I'm sitting on hot things to I'm putting the other one.
Yeah, herbals, you know.
It's above natural organisms. Also, we are sigalawe. So that's how you find a lady in Garata because UTIs.
Because wamanyira gunde, okay.
You're making your own
even
environment.
Whatever the bad bacteria wazigira wazita.
Yeah, the good ones zona chuka bebera
the good ones wazita. So babera nga balina recurrent infections all the time.
Yeah. And then those that insert the finger, yeah, nabo babera nyo recurrent because they get the bad because the inside is meant to wash itself.
Yeah.
So when the liquid comes out, you've gone to shower and then you're busy with your finger putting back because you think you're cleaning.
Yeah, because you're cleaning the whole area in your mind.
Yeah, you realize most of the ladies that keep coming back for but how do you clean up? Yeah, I put my finger. No, stop it. You're just supposed to. The cleaning is like sores. You don't do any insertion. Someone can say, having long nails, how do you clean up?
Yeah, right.
Because I'm not meant to insert. So
that is something most ladies have failed to understand up to now. Anyway, like
the way you see the ears, you see that
Yeah,
We
wax,
just
sometimes when they
clean
wax.
when they was so
Yeah.
even beats the nostrils.
Wali
If
wakwata bugundi buno bu earpads. Nayingizamu and most doctors say
that's
it's
right.
really bad because you're pushing the earwax still inside. Watch it even at the end of the day before your car.
yeah.
That's how
That's why when you're showering, just akagalo can noise now that's enough.
the nostrils, like what happens like with the nostrils?
Like for example, you're in a dusty area. And then that dust is trapped there. You just
Double
get
hairs.
like a flu nogama allergy because it's trying to clean out. This system is the body parts clean
So check out those
themselves.
people that remove nose hairs, like bajamo obo bugundi mu. You've seen those things? Na kwata na bujam.
You're not supposed to.
Now waxing. I mean, they do it, but they're being so clean.
Anange chochicho.
Actually, yeah.
Anange nakuzi biyitiridde.
Era gwabera mu kimanyi olaba ebintu n'ogamba bannange ekiri eno.
Tubiraba ku social media ntugamba bannange.
Misconceptions.
People are making money out of people's misconceptions and
Thank
myths.
you.
Osanga omuntu atali informed.
Ate gali serious, ate jjukira kasobera confident by the way. Oli ayimirira nga si doctor n'abeera serious. N'agamba kano ke mulaba kano bwe katekeyo genda kwewuunya.
Kakati gwe bw'oba olaba mirundi emeka gy'ogenda mu clinic n'ogamba doctor sooka ontage wano license yo olyoka onkoleko.
Tekibaawo.
Muneetujja buziire.
N'olaba eddagala kakati nze kolaba olubuto olunuma ndibweterera n'abeera sinaakudiagnose nga byakuwadde tebikola. Novaawo n'ogenda awo.
Ekirala with the way money is made, it's hard for someone to tell you the reality. You know, you just need to change your hygiene. Ekyo singa kisanga mu ba midwives eno mu labour ward yaffe. But with clinics that are making money, mukwano. Ojja kujja buli week naye nga
because finally we want to make money. Because at some point I think now abagamba I think with the infections, I remember there's a time you told us infections okwewonya UTIs. I think it's about hygiene, right? Infection tezinzigwako because they might not even be sexually active. Mengo omukazi agamba naga infection zifukide infection ate abasajja bagamba abawala batambuza infection abataabo ana abawala bato batya
abawala bato
unange bwe bagamba abawala batambuza infection. What do you think causes that recurrent thing? How should we avoid it? Like what wrong things are we doing for starters? I'm
going to start with the simplest things as I go to the complex. So for the simplest things that start on a daily thing, we've discouraged douching using the fingers.
The douching ojiganya.
Now let's talk about knickers today.
Tell me.
People wearing these strings. Next, like silicone.
Then there are those ones that they are well shaped there. They live in
the breed. Akagoye msawo ninga kenkana waka kaliko ninga nakagoye kaliko silk cotton.
Kata obumu buliko bu string everywhere kati nga it breathes.
Akati bobo to devote how do you
breathe? Does I be breathing all time? I don't know. But then someone said, but at some point you don't know that you're even collecting dust.
When you're leaving it to breathe.
So
with the knickers, first we shall just encourage two things. It must be cotton, 100%.
100% cotton.
A chokubiri not tight.
It doesn't have to be a tight knicker.
For aeration.
Aeration. Katiza butimba, what happens? Like bukwata mangu, I don't understand. Dust. Why?
Yabu trapping a mangu.
Ate wabanga katimba na yenga wakati cotton. Have you seen those ones?
Make sure that cotton is real cotton and
it's
big
100%.
Enough. Yeah, 100% cotton and big enough. Walwozola banga katini nyonga bakatadeko kwekwasa. It has to be big enough. That cotton. Yeah, so those are for the knickers, and still for the knickers, let's change knickers every 6 months.
You're kidding. Bamba mala 2 years impare yagira bakowabi.
Mungagira bakowabi.
Yajagala nyanya. Bajipanga kirabo. Nga wasi na wala
ati for 2 years kasubiro jambalanga once a month no katerekawo kalabeko antiraka. So yeah.
So basically, you at least after 6 months, you know kuchusa nikayu.
Yeah, no chusa.
Okay.
Nozi discarding off.
No
Buy
blade.
others. Yeah.
Then after.
Or
Mhm.
because not all of us can afford to buy decals every 6 months, get your decals, wash them. You know, there is this washing atunava. Most of us do it chap chap. No kawali. But you can get time, wash them all at once. And then you hang them under the sun. Yeah, you can do it every week. You can do it every 2 weeks. You hang them under the sun. But you know, put pegs, hang them under the sun.
Them. Yeah. Then banabazoza ngabazoza detergents ezina kawowe nnyo. No,
because whatever soap you're using wouldn't matter. Yumunguza mirundi emeko, yumunguza how much. Yeah, so that by the time ojani kateri munyo.
That's another problem they do.
Yeah. So after the tight stuff, tight things and tight whatever, let's go on the feeding.
Oh, feeding is also important.
Yeah.
Really? Feeding, talking about body feeding related infections, now.
So most things are not direct, but they become indirect and they make you suffer. Now with basically UTIs now zetuli mukogera ko nabantu zebekwasa nti najje mchoyi kumbe gwe mchafu
so sikwasiza bwere bitoyi
ngaba bazigenze mu bonga tebala toilet. It can be that your immunity is low. Your immunity being low, it can be with your feeding. We encourage local food. Abachabawola tulio kuchemisana.
Nive ku chips, chicken, chips.
Nolya kagorilo, nolya kapizza. Okay, I'm guilty.
Nolya bomugi nange bola batubade mukwekaza. Nolya chira, nolya chiri, nolya soda.
Yeah, so you can have proper feeding because man, these things have
organic food is also organic.
You know, balanced diet twajisoma fena primary ne twagireka.
Bane boleka bulesi ati kati munange batugamba ngali boka sabaka gaya kuita out chips chicken kisoka mu mutwe. Chips chicken soda. Chips liver soda.
Nawulya nti ba wife material basaba local food mbufe wetusaba chips. Sabada kuit.
Ukangambye bade singumanyi gundi. I'm still single. Pizza, pagundi.
Basaba luwombo. Bakaswele wansawali.
Awali oluwombo. Your wife material. Nyokola oluwombo nyokola bwe katemene njimalawo. Anti agakumanya wife material wakola.
Ozatojimalawo.
Ate kati fe abayaye fe abagira fe parking anogamba munange my dog is at home. Kumbo genda bidira ne waka.
My dog.
So sekeza abatali mutwe kwa samele pay for my dog please. Kumbe yegwe mbwa mbogera kuli waka. So sekeza
Yes, still with the feeding. Let's talk about sugary things. When someone is, too much sugars can predispose us to UTIs.
Or when you like I understand.
Too much sugars can predispose us. Yeah.
Chai inotaka musukali all the time. Bicholia ngachiri a lot of sugar. It can also expose us to those infections.
Yeah.
Gonowe kwanza toilet ngakumbe it's your bad eating.
Yeah. Elo mgakendeza kusukali. So these are they're not direct, but they are they're predisposers.
Then
that's when we go into let's screen for cervical cancer.
Then you
can also test for HIV. You tell someone we're going to test for HIV. So you're not becoming yeah, because these viruses usually put our bodies down. Now it goes back to our low immunity. Yeah. So when you're having some other untreated diseases, you can be having recurrent UTIs.
Infections. We are almost done. Talk about it. First of all, these towels. Yeah. What do you gamba? Basikazi mbewunya. Nokata towel. Towel yemwe towel gyokucha. Obaso okunaba. Wabalo okunaba face. Ina. Eyo. Neno nokurema. Ebigere. Bese kwali nenkera some story. Then bawo abaze abamu. Njomusimu zanagamba you people. Nagamambu, there should be a towel. Like each body, okay, not each body, but like a face has to have its own towel. This area, because it's very sensitive, a lot of people think it has to have its own towel. I thought you can tell as much as it no really, really put
Kati we
on.
bituuse tulina kuba na tawero musanvu
Kati
girongosa wano enolongosa mukwawa.
Kale ndoza satumbu ndoza obutono tuno obubiri
I
nga
saw
keno
someone
ne face.
posting that towel.
Eh.
Towel ina end parts zino ezeno.
Yes.
Nga bagamba mbu what are the use of these end parts? Mabega.
Here.
I saw it on internet.
So these ones is for here and here. Then the
Anyway.
middle one is for
But I would
man.
I-
Budgets.
okay, I would just say two things about that. It's soccer. Like ngomuntu nga muyonja ebyaddala tawero kikosa ennaku nga 3 oba 2.
Ate depending on the color. Si kyakyo?
Not color.
Eya white no mwagirabye
Ate
nga
nno
wakamala
olunaku
oku.
lumu.
Eya white yo bannayo nako.
Kakati waya.
Omala Jessica kono ga yipi just ndoga ne bannange.
So that's why it's like 2 or 3 days at most.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter over black, over brown or what.
So nakusuka 3 days.
So that the best thing is to have a bright color. Okirabe nga bw'ongambye nti
Kituufu.
otherwise oba ya brown mukwano.
Waliwo bwe natakayo post ne mbabuuza lumu. That was some months back ku Twitter yange ne mbagamba oba X now. Nti no, how long do you change towel? Like how long are you supposed to change a towel? First, replies, especially from men. We are supposed to change towels. Remember, you're kidding me. Remember, you. Oh my
Nani
God.
wabuuza oba bazikyusa?
Baina banji. Never come what? I've had life for 3 years.
Omuntu
What I
akyusa
say?
tawero akyusa akatimba k'ensiri oyo.
Sikiwagamba akasenya. Abana akasenya. Kasenya ne kamugamba bane mbadde nkusaba tusaase.
Tawero
Nafiira ku
emeza ogikyusa. Kateni zo z'okyusaako.
Bebo. Atuko kubewa landlord myaka 5 n'agenda ne katenize nga zidduka. Ko lwazoza in fact.
Mama.
Tebakyusa towel.
But at least to settle for 2 to 3 days. That's why it's not good to have one.
But buying a new one, or maybe what do you think?
I think it depends on the body of the
What was it durable?
Yeah, what is it durable? But the washing should be 2 to 3 days. And then for the face, you know our faces are more sensitive. Face towels.
Those
face
are
towels.
different, yes.
Actually, we know them as face towels, but it's a few of us who have them in the bathroom as face towels.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Yeah.
Tukuze tubumanyi nti akali ka face towel.
Towel.
So now the face should for the face it's cleaned every day or use every day.
So what I do
Yeah.
because when I go to Amanya, I go to Sigaina, I buy these forgotten how they call them.
They're like disposable.
Disposables.
Yeah.
Zembugula nembuga. Amanya go bana.
Yeah. That is better because it's a daily thing. Of course, like a face towel every day.
So this applies to men as well, like when it comes to the infections.
Yes.
Wanga basajja tebakyusa underwear. Musajja bane underwear nginiko ebituli. Notya.
Never mind.
Nogamba musajja wattu.
Nabera nako nga wakati kagubye webazi.
Nga wakati kagubye nabera nakomba waliwo kweje yatugambye ngo nabera nakomba abasajja bereje bagenda mu sauna najja mu underwear. Nga ne wakati omanyika string gune toka nekola mu ka string wait obanga omusiro gwako cha acid abasajja bene bagamba
Oyo kwata kina kimusauna.
bekaza
Olagenda singa nagula yakapya ebadde.
negoneka ne bakazima mulima nammwe ba omusajja n'omuleka n'atambula bw'atyo ate omusajja mbiye nakajja nakola bajokola omusajja bwafuluma
Nakakola atya?
nakola bw'ati ngagenda kambale mugenda mulaba mu parking ng'avuze mwavuga emmotoka nene n'ogamba yi naye nammwe bakazi b'abewaka
Nina muleka abewaka. Olumu n'owewaka yamukoowa. Olumu ng'omusajja you know there is this personality omuntu tavaako kake. Okimanyi eyo personality. Omuntu tavaako kake. Akantu kakaddiwa ne kagwali naye nga bw'atuuka kasooka obbuuza.
ne webale ne wamugwira ndewe agamba naye agamugwira ndewe segeza bakugambye gyokwanira n'ogamba bannange
But buyonjo applies to both genders.
so even the lifestyle change we shift. So you can't date as we remind you can't date a mean guy, a mean man.
I mean guy.
That's all.
That's a mean guy.
Say stingy guys.
Kati stingy. Omanyi a stingy person is like watugamba mindo za bakitwala oba ku sente kokka. Mean kitegeeza alina empisa embi. Lwaki nze mandating omuntu alina empisa embi?
Empisa embi kati
Like Sally so human.
Just stingy. Nga sente okuzikuwa by the way.
Takwagala.
Really?
I believe men who don't give money don't like that person.
So how do you determine that first day when you go out on a date? No gamba, oh no, if he doesn't give you anything.
First day,
some money.
The conversations matter a lot. At least in Nimba Mubigambo. No, like when you're talking to this person first day, ayinza utazikuwa, but what you were talking about. And you get to know what you're having. And then the behavior after first date
matters. I think that, let me say you've gone to his place to visit for the first time and you're finding that the place is terrible.
Ngabno underwear wetugana.
Ebyo bakate ebiswana ebimusibyoze obuliri buli butya.
Does that prove that he's single?
You would need such a man?
No. Okay, abagenda kumenya as a married woman. Because
now at some point there's no way you're going to leave that house nga toyonjeza.
Wala bintu. Wanje?
Oba ino kulongoza.
Waliwo ebintu ebisookera mothers tulimba. When I have a boy, omigizako basics nti ekikopo ne sowaani babiteeka wano. You know, ate omuntu atasobodde na pretending ako someone is coming to visit.
Yeah,
you're a liar. You're a liar.
Because this is that there are women abatambula many guys mukubiranga every once a week ajja n'alongoosa. You know, no gama tosobola kumuyita n'akulongoosa.
And if you can't okusasula someone, bikole. Okay, waliwo ebisookerako, because me, I pay attention to the smallest details. Nate waliwo bino ebisookerako byeŋŋamba nti at least sowaani mazemu week namba musingi emmere eyonoonese. You know that kind of laziness. Ate kiba ki. Because me, I believe in marriage, there are moments that the man takes over the woman's views. Like, it happens. I don't know, but maybe mchala radde, maybe she has traveled. Kwati wana agenda mu labor ward. Ayina kusooka kuva mu labor ward okuddeeka okujja sowaani we yagireka ku dayini.
Abasajja babanira.
Kati waliwo bambi abakisussa.
Naye nga bw'oba okyali ku girlfriend level, regardless, like, would you still advise a girl out there, or you yourself, to do some house chores? Because that's still a debate these days. They're like, if you come, you know.
Abakola house chores, they were believing in cohabitation. But what's as a kubera wa msajja bikole kati ogenda kubibuuka.
Ogenda no visiting n'okomawo.
Visiting ku weekend.
N'okomawo. Oba obeera ogamba ndi visitor sijja bikola.
Kati ku weekend renzize kansubire nti ngenda koza sowaani yange nayo gye tulidde. Lwaki nsanga weza week. Kati waliwo ayinza okuterekera ssebo.
Gye bali.
Kati ate oyo nedda.
Nali manyi munange bali mani bagamba gwe nosaaga omusajja bitagamba nagenda kujja kusira dda.
Tosanga jini n'amasuuka.
Naleka jini bina andawe yangazitadde mu gundi mu packet pack. Nawe nodda bali.
Naye abasajja kye bamanyiiza kirakola. Bo bamanyiiza nti omanyi okufunya jini.
Kadaye akikola.
Wefula atamanyi jjikunyola.
Okitegeera olaba naakuguma. Era oli mutukalira wagira ogera okulaba nga abalala balabirira.
Mala otuuka mu marriage n'omushookinga.
Bebe batandikane bagamba omwana yakyuka. N'ogamba mbikuwa.
Because it can be the vice versa. Nsowooza kati nga noonya mpeta n'entuukayo nga ne boxer saagikwatako. They are married naye ng'otuuka ewaka ajjamu akasaati ke n'akakunya n'akapale n'abiteeka wali n'alyoka yeebaka naye alina omukazi ewaka naye nga tosanga omukazi nga yabimukolera hostel nga bakyadeetinga so what for me it's the vice versa.
Okitegeera n'atuuka emmere n'agenda n'egirira emmere n'alya n'agenda.
Abaana banoonya kati empeta in all ways.
We have to be nice. Naye n'abasajja nabo bayaaye bagamba when you're too nice they know something is not right.
Abamu bye banoonya.
Naomi, you're right. Naga, I stopped impressing men because these men can embarrass you. Me, I rather be me.
Actually, usually the person who does those things,
that's the truth. Nakabela like a million times.
Then nafunuliga taina kyali amukoledde namuwasa.
Nogenda no join a booby nogenda was wish and job which much nera kulaga nti by the way.
We didn't have na booby na first.
They do. Nakwata munalongosa ebisenge lanji. Enyumba nenda mneunya fresh nenga n'abula n'okugamba ka statement
Men know.
omusajja ali kuwasa
So there's something I believe that a man knows a wife when they meet one.
they can
Ne oba tonnayoza jean ye kasita akulaba oba nayogera naawe aba akimanyi.
naddala kati aba bali ready okusetulinga they always
Yes, they know.
think of the brain nagamba no nainamu
You feel like something has connected. They will know. You don't have to first clean in Nabobi, Madinisa. Men will know. Men know who they want.
I know that's what manyira
So-
bumanyizi nakumalira obudde
Kyoba asooka kumira piiru nga bw'ogambye. Omulala najja wiiki ejja n'amugamba tojimira mpulira njagala onzaale.
nga ye atali
Naye
frustrated
ng'olaba last weekend yamugambye jimire nga ndaba.
n'essimu agikuba naga mukwano
Nange.
kwogeza n'okirowoozaako then naye n'amwegayirira
Yeah.
nga bagenda lwaki tofuna lubuto lwaki tofuna abeera frustrated nga tumaliza yantute uber guy yesterday yaŋŋambye nti but no muwala for 7 years koza nasooka ne muwanga ssente like nga bwe tugenda out muwa ssente mugulira you know like birthday ye muwa valentine like of course kubanga mwagala. But since this year began, I changed. What happened? What I do? We're talking out, yes. I make sure that I spend on her, but I no longer give her money. Nemobuza why? Because, man, this lady has never spent on me even 10,000. No. No, but yeah, what she yandigambye, baby. But then kugulideyo kale kako. Nyangamba kati wafunye entundo ndagamba nemugamba generation
stock eyagala oweebwa.
nayo stock bambi.
Because long ago, really,
But
all
remember,
all
it's
you
even-
would offer was your ovaries
But
and
you don't get
labor
that.
pains. Neolwaliro nabo balina ne birthday long ago men didn't celebrate birthday.
Musajja bayagala akujjukiza n'okujjukiza by the way, it's my birthday tomorrow nogamba aba free. Ngayagala omutwale for shopping omugulire simanyi empiira gy'emmotoka whatever. But
Kati
the
oyaleka
guy
ddawo
boldly
mwasente.
yangambye yalekedde awo kati bagenda ndibazirya babiri ne bwamukubira essimu n'amugamba mbadde njagala omutwalo 10 amugamba siina kataziirawo ne
Kusita
mumanyi
mukyala
but that's weird.
mukyali. N'afuna gwayagala n'amuwa ssente.
Mbu yalekedde awo mbu it seems ne next kata agenda okubona naye addako
Agenda sanga oli babyonona.
addako ng'omusaba ssente agamba sigaba ssente tugende tulye babiri tuzirye babiri even this man thank you so much musawo weekuume bueno festive season.
I know. Celebrate gang Jetuli. Okay, that's sorry.
Bagamba mbeera celebrate during the time at night nga musawo is singing a Christmas song nova musawo we abadde atunyonnyola twekuume celibacy.
Yeah, there is more to unprotected sex. People shouldn't forget. Cervical cancer that kicks in later in
Yeah.
the years.
And it's these men who actually transfer
Yeah.
or bring to us the cervical. But I'm gonna go for a checkup next year. I'm gonna do it because I feel like I've been pushing for long. So I'm gonna do it in the way we did what the biruma. And then I see where I stand. If I'm good, perfect. So if I'm good, but never
Yeah, they schedule you for the vaccine.
vaccination. It doesn't matter how old you are, they can still give you the
As
vaccination.
long as you've screened
Kali,
and you're
perfect.
sure you're negative.
Kali. Thank you so much, Musawo. Till next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.